Hello. I am currently at the park right now, so if you hear screeching in the background, then it's probably the swings. And this is probably the longest video I'm ever gonna film. So I did the whole process already, the line art and stuff. And this is just kind of slowly me doing the whole thing. I'm probably gonna skip through some of this, so it's not 54 minutes long. But lately I've been trying a new art style. It's a lot scratchy and stuff, and I think that's a lavender tan kind of art style. And I completely forgot that I put that earpiece there. So, I did not color it in properly. I'm a ding-dong. And I did most of the line art when I wasn't recording, yesterday. Pretty bees. It's a little too close for my and I decided to draw my new character. My new little spirit keeper. My persona, if you will. And I'm just going to skip into something I'm not purposely undoing and then redoing and then undoing. And here is when I was working on the rest of her ponytail because I realized I forgot it when I was doing the line art. And how have y'all been? I don't know what to say. I just shut up for a second because the bee flew very close to my leg. Why am I sitting next to the bees? I don't know. And those are concerned about what happened to a family member that I lost. Well, I'm okay now. And yeah. I'm kind of just tired. I've been doing and then I'm working on the eye. And what I was saying is, I have been doing eye-ready testing. I'm almost done. But that math is killing me. I am stupid. And yeah, I just hit myself in the head. I've been trying to practice line art, and I think this is a pretty good job of that. And it actually took me a long time to decide her name, and it usually doesn't take me this long to decide a character's name. I gave her the kind of throat-clenching neck collar thing of the Spirit Keeper uniform. I will be doing the male version soon of the Spirit Keeper uniform, and I'm so excited. Lately, I don't really know what I'm saying. Again, why does the ponytail look so whack? I keep going back to it. I'm doing all these sketchy lines and stuff. And I was just vibing out to music. I don't remember what songs were playing, other than the one that's now stuck in my head. It's Record Player by, I don't remember their name, and AJR. And to be honest, I low-key am super shocked with how this turned out, and I'm super happy with it. And this is a really, really long video because I recorded the whole process not the whole process. As you can see, there's a layer there. under your #1, and it's where the sketch is. For some reason, later on, I'm trying to group my layers. It won't let me. I can't figure out what happened. It took me like 10-15 minutes to give up and just use a different thing. I don't really know what I was doing there. You tell me. Anyway, it is so nice today, but it's so windy. And I'm just gonna skip this because that's a lot of undoing and I hate you. And I feel like I wasn't recording some of what I just said. I don't really know. So if there's something missing in the recording, like I cut off, it wasn't on purpose. And what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to make the line art like more sketchy and thicker down here. And it just kind of looks so kind of creepy style. These bouts of silence, I'm not muted, I'm just being quiet, or I'm like swallowing my spit. I've gotten to the part where I start coloring in a moment here. After more scratchy lines. Whenever I draw, I just like kind of space out. I didn't use a base for this one. I think I was more focused on just trying to get her point across. And I cheated out of the other eyeball on purpose. I probably sound so gross. Just swallowing my spit aggressively every couple of minutes. I'm so sorry. And yeah, I gave her a very muted skin tone. Not exactly dark. And not exactly light either. I kind of colored in a very weird way. See, like I said, I forgot to put the earpiece. I forgot to send myself the photo. I'll probably be putting it somewhere. And this shade of like dark color for her hair. Yeah. Guess what I did? I'll give you a second to guess. Tell me down below. Tell me. What do you think I did? You'll see in a moment here. I color in the whole of the hair. I do all of this. And I just keep going and going. And I'm looking at this now and I'm like mad at myself for not noticing this sooner. It's not the earpiece either. What do you notice? What do you notice that I did? I'm just so mad at this. What I realized after a few minutes of editing the hair and stuff in the corner, because it didn't look right to me. You know what I noticed? is I made a grave mistake. I went at the doggone wrong layer. I didn't make another layer, so I was just coloring this in for nothing. Dramatic suspense, I guess. And I got mad. I got so mad. So I had to undo the whole thing. And I'll just skip till I'm on the right there. And then I fixed up the hair ponytail situation. And something I noticed that I do a lot is I forget about the eyebrows till the last second. And she's like, good Lord, I have no eyebrows. The way that she's like smiling, she's like, I'm innocent. I'm not a murderer. I mean, I don't know if she is a murderer yet. I haven't decided if she's crazy or not. She'll probably end up crazy because that's usually how my ex end up. I was coloring in the the shirt situation. I accidentally rewind. And over here, I was bored. So I did. I flipped it and I realized, oh no, I messed up. And I was like, ugh. And that actually looked cool to me. I totally forgot about this. I knew I would. Like, why does that look cool? And I almost never flip the canvas. Because I'm stupid, obviously. So, I hate using Liquify. It's like my greatest enemy because all the Liquify on all the apps that I've ever used, it sucks. It doesn't work very well. So I have to do this long liquefying situation. And it gets me mad. So now the eyebrows are squiggly. Did some touch up. Just a whole lot of that. Oh my god. I have 13 minutes of recording on my audio, and then I have much longer of me just going at it. This is my process. I just got sidetracked. And I made her eye like very particular color. And I wasn't expecting it to turn out so well later on. I think eventually at one point or another, I turned the layer to multiply, like the line art, even though I didn't want to, because it made me be able to see better. I don't remember when I did it. But yeah, I chose this really pale color for the eyes. And again, I still haven't done the eyebrows for some reason. So I accidentally cut the recording, so I'm gonna have to squish things together again. But yeah, what I was doing over here is going to the top layer, and I was making extra shadows in the line art. And I think it turned out really well and helped hide the fact it doesn't seem to be that she has another eyeball. I debated giving her like an eye patch situation, and I was like, nah, it's fine. We'll be fine. And I'm just gonna And this around now, I was just adding like extra sketchy lines. I don't know why, but I think it adds to the look of things. And it's just pretty. And I'm walking, so if everything sounds very like I would be in the car or something, I very much apologize. Just trying to get away from people. Because we don't like people here. That's not what Spirit Keepers like. Spirit Keepers like adventure. I really hope this bench over here is alright. And I made the background this specifically. Ew, this bench looks disturbed. I'll sit at the edge of it, like a civilized person. And I had to use blur, and I had like take the colors off the layers so that I could see where I was coloring. Because otherwise it would look weird. I want it to look like she was in like a dark room with a green light on her. And I'm not sure if I did that well or not. But you can tell the light is green later on. Like you can tell. I added an effect to it. And I can hardly see my screen because it's dark. I'm turning all the colors back on. And now, it's time to shade. Ugh. Ignore what you just saw. Anyway, this is when I was trying to make the layer groups work, and it wasn't working. No matter how hard I tried. I tried using my pen, I tried using my mouse, nothing was working. So I had to figure out another way around it. And I paused the recording because I'm like, this is gonna take me a while. And I don't know if they're just getting a get together or what. There's a bunch of people where I was just at, so I'm glad I moved. And I'm doing shading now. And like, that would have been a cute shading. And then I was like, it doesn't match the lighting though. So I had to readjust it and readjust it. And I'm like, why does this look so sick? And I got mad again. Do you do that when you get mad? Do you just all over the canvas? Or am I crazy? I heard a bee. And like, the shading for all of this was just like intense. Like I was trying. And I'm just like glaring at my device like, how do I do this? How do I make this look right? How do I do the shading correctly? What do I do this? How do I do that? Like seriously. It took me a while. So I'm just gonna this is when I was like really shading it. Like I was trying to use the Sam Does Art style, kind of. And like I'm super bad at drawing lips, so I'm over here drawing these lips. Again, accidentally cut the recording. I need to blur out some stuff, but this is where the eyes got their magic, where they started looking like eyeballs. Like they are full of magic. Full, not pull. What is a pull of magic? To just like grab it with your hands and then you pull it. And I'm doing hand gestures, but I don't have a camera, so. I love the way I do this eye, and I'm probably going to draw the next like 17 like this. There's so much stuff I'm gonna have to blur because, like, I'm screen recording a recording. So there's a bunch of, like, pictures and stuff on my camera wheel. So I have to blur it, so. Ugh. If you hear screaming, it's not me. And this just looks so pretty once I finish this. And I keep saying, what's your guys' favorite color? By the way. I had way too much fun with this. Oh dear. You know, I didn't think I would know what I was talking about or what to say at all, but I've just been yapping. And doesn't this just look so nice? Nice the things I undid. Like, shiny. Oh, now I sound like the crab from Moana. That wasn't the right color. So, you know what I do? Just gotta make it the right color. Actually, I had to move again because my survival instincts were telling me off. My nose might be really clogged after today. Because those flowers are full bloom. But anyway, doesn't the eyes just look so shiny? And then time to do the hair. Which is fun. Uh-oh. I almost got ran over by a couple of kids on a scooter. And yeah, I was trying to figure out how to make the lighting work in this. Just like, I ended up doing really well, I think. I always end up doing really well on GIMP in comparison to my phone on Ibis Paint. Just trying to add kind of layers to the hair, and it's getting really windy. Like, my ponytail's like going whee. And then I add like this green light to match the surroundings. It's just so shiny. And then I accidentally went over again when I was not intending to. And I was almost done. Just time to do this one. To do the coat. Jesus, so windy. You'd probably hear the wind. What are these people doing? It's not my business. Do you ever just want to snoop on people? You know it's not your business. I do. I don't do it, though. To the best of my ability. And I always like the colors just like to be shaded darkly so you can tell that it's the color. I don't know. That's just something I do with my art style. Oh, that doesn't look right. Of course it doesn't look right. Wrong color. It's just so shiny. Another thing I need to blur. And it's, oh my god, the wind is making up like crazy. I'm just gonna skim to the head now. Head, not to the head. That's creepy. Don't take that into context. I signed it, and I chose the name Zoe. After, like, 15 minutes of searching for an actual name meaning spirit. Or technically spiritual leader, I guess. I tried to draw the heart thing I do, and then, this is how you know it's, like, really me, because it looks so weird. Y'all know my handwriting. And I think this is where it finished. This is my new persona. See you guys later. Don't forget, like and sub.